This is all about you. Whether you succeed or fail, it's on you. This is BURBLEBOTTOM, residents of Gill. Happy to finally get to meet you. He's seen a lot of things wash up on his miniature shore, but nothing as exciting as you. Figures it's impossible. As bad as the air might be, the goo is even worse. It must have been upstream only to get to this point in your histo-future. But which way are you going now? With the flow or against? It's crazy hard to flipper against the surf, but you can't save the world if you let it sweep you away. Either way, it's a shame the surf has gotten so nasty. Thinks life is like trying to ride a wave. You need to pick the right one, but you don't really know which one that is until you're on top of it. Better to ride a wave than let the perfect one pass you by. Wonders who would want to. The right wave takes you where you want to go. Can't imagine how wonderful it's going to be to surf on gooless goo. The world is going to live. Can't thank you enough for fighting against the goo. Happy you ride alongside the myriad. They bring a real shine to everything they work with. Thinks that's an excellent point. Riding is life. Work is not nearly as fun. But none of that's nearly as important as enjoying the day, right? He never drank from this pond because of the disgusting things done there. Even the fish stopped drinking here after the pollution made the surf mucked and the air blocked his gills. He figures the tree of life isn't drinking either. Or, well, that's not true. He said it does drink, as it has no other choice. It's a tree, but it's forced to drink poison. Figures you're right, but that doesn't mean he has to drink that. Gill says he feels like a fish out of water because of this, but understands he needs to make a change. He wonders if you know a safe spot, somewhere the water is still clear and unblackened. He says he's ready to get his fingers fished for this. He wants you to lead him to the edge of a place like that, where the surf is see-through, or at least, you know, drinkable. Claims to be moved as deeply as a riptide wave by the way you care.
The light shines on.
Better isn't the word I would use.
Right, not better. Best.
You're the worst.
The worst of being the worst. We're just the best.
Spin, swing, crack. Swish crack! What a great sound! The world is awake. Well placed. Shot through. Someone will pay dearly for that. Oh, there's some plasty plants up ahead. You've used up all your key energy. Gil clearly has his head above the surface now that his fish is in the water, and asks you to find and free the peewee gargantua from the bandits now that you're on a roll, saving surfing creatures. Gil says he feels he owes you something, but understands you have no time to spill as the fate of the world is at stake. But he's found lots of waste when exploring the land in search of clear surf. He's happy to give you the bearings when you have time. He's sure you'll find something of value if you swim that way. Says when the waters got so bad he didn't have any choice, but he waited too late to succeed. Without you, that is. Gil is always ready to help. Here's what Gil has to offer. What a bruiser! plants here never stop growing. You're bruised. Knock 'em out. Running low. Your energy is empty. Half-lifed. Treat it fair time and the mount will return the favor. Hey, there's some rubber scrap over there, just right for the taking. A bric-a-brac that's still standing. Now, that's a find. See that plastic scrap over there? Let's see. That's a strong box from the times past. It's not often you see them these days. It kept your precious secured in and everyone else locked out. Seems like the cranks need to be unturned in the right order if you want to crack the strong box open. Just a few moves left. Make them count. The cranks need to be unturned in the right order. Feel the night wrap around you. Could be a monster napping here at any time of day. Wow, wow, wow. Heroes are only heroes for others, but they do the A ping dish like that one was good for tracking aerojets and other flying machines. Swing it like an axe. Sock it to him. Blasting everything to bits. Nice work. Your reserves are tapped. History is nothing but a series of stories. That made it all worth it. That's a ping dish from the long gone times. People used it to find pingnals from transpongers. To get the ping dish to work, you need to line up the pong paddles for a proper match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's a match. Now you can ping all the dishes you like. Spin that paddle to turn the ping dish properly. Pingety-ping-ping, you found a transmessage. Don't get too attached to the vegetation out here. It's someone's lunch. This area is blazing hot. You'd better have something that'll keep you cool if you're going in. You found the KLUPPY dunes, where the sun rises every day and passing lines in the sand means a struggle between life and death. BANGSHELTER 11I, right where Toxanol carved it out.
me tail.
Gil is always ready to help.
Right way to Clywood Saw.
You should go see the Lotus Tribe. Their riffraff headquarter is a sight to behold.
To yon guardway, Foundish on the stady of man.
Claims it's refreshing to see someone dedicated to...
I know Founder.
Has plenty to do, so no one...
See on, Medge.
Gil is always ready to help.
Pan matter.
Says goodbye to you. Breathe in all that nature. It's Peekaboo Park. Young ones love this sort of place. Crack 'em and crack 'em. G Extreme. Punch time. Poke 'em. This one seems to be in good spirits, despite being left here for dead. Has heard that you have a sense of compassion and trusts it's in your nature to help those in need. Asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's only through your inner conflict you're held accountable for your actions. Is grateful you chose that. You can't be good without doing good for others.
Come toward the light.
Slow down. Why would you rush in?
When you see what you want, why wait?
Well, what about being careful?
Pah! Poppycock! Full speed ahead!
You made made it through another long night. That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there. Says the Tree of Life. Hopes to see you again soon. Lots of notices on the board for things that made sense in the days when the surf was a lot cleaner. Interesting to see what they cared about here. Wonder if any of it matters now. In the old days, this was a port for boats that went under the surf. They helped clog the surf into goo. Toxanol didn't do it on purpose, I don't think. Their machines made a mess, though, and they never cleaned up after themselves. You should be able to find a track here. Just need to keep your eyes open. Should be able to see farther soon. Let's see. Hey, you found the track, even around all this goopy goo. Nothing escapes your googly eye. The surf here looked cleaner when that track was made. It wasn't easy to peer through the surf, but there are eyebox tapes on record that shows they knew what kind of mutated creatures their contamination had created. Glad you had the patience to learn more about how the surf got gooed. Gulpo ain't the easiest tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many of those around these days. Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim. Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance. Goop says memories fade surprisingly fast. We are all pieces of what we remember. It's only together we can remember the story as it was. He recalls you wouldn't put in the time required to learn how to swim. He bets you regret that now. Goop says our memory keeps things for us and protects them until we are ready to face them again. He understands you've returned to face Lupa Lupin. That's the destiny you've been carrying within yourself all these years. He says that the catastrophe back then didn't vanquish the good in you. It's still there, as bright as when you were a child. Now the time has come for you to remember and act. Your life is your life, not the story you're told about it. He thinks that's the right thing to do. It's only when you have forgiven that you'll find peace.
Run, Dark, run!
It's not a race.
You only say that because you're losing.
That doesn't mean I'm wrong.
No, there are lots of other reasons you're wrong.
Says life on the goo is wide open. You have so many choices of where to go. Some harder than others, of course. Which kind do you like? Hit the open surf, then. The trouble is you can only rely on yourself, at least until you reach a new shore and make new friends. Can hardly believe the world is going to make it. Wonders what that's going to do to the goo. Thanks you for doing everything you could to de-goop the surf. Thinks the Myriad made a good match with you. You're both like sunshine on the surf. Never seen any brighter. Shine on. But hey, back to the goo. Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do today and tomorrow that'll move you forward. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the SUBNAUTICA station, as the pollution has worn down the insulation of his suit. So you must salvage enough scrap to fix up his Googlide, starting with the old wreck box outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Googlide strong enough to fight the Porky Puff. You're lucky that way. There's still cargo left on the shores from before the apocalypse. His best guess is a power tanker hit a reef and went under. The day is dawning. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Swing, batter. Key intensified. soft. Shield your eyes if the daylight hurts you. You've had better days. Critical. Whoa, smell that? Biohazard nearby. Toxanol's offshore drilling caused oily matter to spread with the rain and contaminate both the groundwater and open surf. The long-lasting effect this had on the evolution of wildlife was, as we know now, the only reason we came to exist. This should hold out a bit longer than most. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. This story needs a hero.
Mukam. Sairuya. Kovoga. Titutuata. No snewakni.
He's got the Googlide functional. You'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no armor, and an engine strong enough to break through the thick goo further out.
Kovoga.
There are lots of valuables left behind on the surf floor that the salvage net will enable you to haul. You just need to find the right spots. Goop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the Googlide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks, squeaky distractions for the triple attentive porky puff, which will give you time to get yourself in position. The best way to find quacks is to talk to Gulp. He has the bearings of the surf archipelago and knows where the quacks like to float. This means you'll have the privilege of visiting Gulp in the Sinky Dink. He'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find quacks. He only knows what's visible to the naked eye. Gulp is not much of a babbler and mostly keeps to himself and his drink. The daytime makes it harder for things to sneak up on you. All good things end.